What's going on, Gemini? This is going to be your month of April 2024. I'm called to do this right now. Something inside me is telling me that there's information for you, Gemini, to either understand, etc., etc. Okay, I fell off, so I ain't hearing that much anymore, but let's see what's going on in your month of April, please. Important message for Gemini this month of April. Highest good, please. Let's see. So we got the lilies here, the tower. Yeah, and the Doge. I was instantly getting like a wanting to make amends or wanting things to be okay between you and either a group or an establishment that may perhaps be at odds with you. If it makes any sense, like I feel like it's almost like picking up the pieces, almost like a start over. It feels very heartfelt and genuine coming from your side, but it's going to take a lot more effort for you to fully like navigate the walls of the situation and how people are feeling. But let's kind of see what else is going on there. Picking up the pieces could be significant. I feel like that's significant right now, Gemini. Let's continue here. Gemini. Alright, we're starting out with the Hermit here. 4 cups. Knight 1. Knight of Pentacles, I should say. I'm getting more of a duty involved here of having to stay connected, intertwined with a scenario because either it grants you a lot of financial return. Wow. It's almost like, why am I doing this? There's no point to getting through to you. There's no point in getting across anything at all. But yet, it's almost like you're still determined to figure out a way to do this. Because somebody here is not thinking either logically or perhaps not thinking. Like, they're thinking so aggressively, if that makes any sense. There's somebody here that thinks very aggressively, naturally. And it's coming from a place of wound. A place of, because of their history of not understanding how to put up proper barriers, proper, what's it called, boundaries. And through this, I feel like there's something about you healing that, or yeah, there's something about you healing some sort of wound, some sort of boundary that comes across as, I feel like once you do this, it really comes across as, to them, as pointless, because they're in this 10 of Pentacles energy, and then you're in this 6 of Pentacles. Like, okay, can't you see that I've already made up my mind? Can't you see that there's already things that you don't have to do? You don't have, things that you're trying to do for me don't matter. And here you're in this 6 of Pentacles energy, and then the Empress, like, well, then I'll just stand back and, you know, think of something else, or let me know later. Almost like you're hurting yourself because you can't get through to someone. And I think this is why this is such an important message here, Gemini. It's because you're hurting yourself because you can't get through to somebody else. you are lowering your quality of life because of what somebody else thinks, feels about you in particular, and it doesn't make sense, because I feel like if you were to instead see them for what they are, you're gonna witness somebody here that doesn't really care. You know, they don't really care exactly what you're thinking they care about, because you're projecting that what you think. Oh well, that would have bothered me if that would have happened to me, so I'm going to apologize for what I think would bother me. But it's all subconscious, because you're thinking that this is actually bothering them, but it's not. In fact, they drown away their problems and prefer to not even worry about it. There's something about that. They're still on a level here, Gemini, that kind of suppresses, almost like flooded out. Instead, it's like flooding out your emotions with either overstimulation, or perhaps this person like works every single day. They work super hard, especially with all this pentacles here. There's something about they have to be working. They have to be gaining money. If they're not working, they're doing a side business. They're not doing a side business, they're doing something else. You know, they're doing DoorDash. Like, something has to be happening so that they can feel an achievement. And I feel like that's not something you understand and actually think gross of. If that makes any sense too. Almost like a lack of emotional connection, and that's the problem here. You're lacking the emotional connection because you don't understand where they're coming from when it comes to that. And I don't think you should try. Instead, blow right past it with the Knight of Pentacles, straight forward into this almost similar energy, but not quite, of, okay, it is what it is. And not to beat yourself up all about it, because it's pointless. You're going to hurt yourself when you have all this such confident, loyal energy to you that is very innocent as well, I must say. So by letting that all go, you're reclaiming your power and getting through the walls of your own mind instead of this other person. Screw this other person. Understand that there's a barrier between you and yourself, and it's yourself, because the barrier is that need to fix things that don't need to be fixed. In fact, it's not even your problem. There is your spread.